British Ceramics Biennial, it's a 6-week festival here in Stoke-on-Trent, celebrating British ceramics, contemporary ceramics across the board. So this is ceramics that's designed for manufacture, ceramics artists working with clay around conceptual ideas, with ceramics and clay, and with potters working in the studio making pots, tableware, the kind of stuff that we're very familiar with. Stoke City Council commissioned myself and Jeremy Theophilus to develop the idea around a ceramics festival for Stoke-on-Trent, part of the regeneration strategies for the city. And we came up with the idea of the British Ceramics Biennial. So a biennial festival that would not just celebrate what's going on in ceramics, but actually be a catalyst and stimulus to drive forward contemporary practice in ceramics. The first biennial we delivered in 2009, and we're now standing in the fourth biennial. So there's a bit of a proof in the pudding there that the real success of a biennial is when it appears 2 years later. This is the fourth time it's appeared. So now this is a project that is really working, and it's growing in stature, growing in significance, and growing in impact in terms of that those regeneration strategies. We are on the site of Josiah Spode's original factory, and a factory from where it's credited with the invention of bone china, which became that global commodity that rivaled the porcelains of the East. So it's a site that resonates with that history. We're not looking backwards, and we're not trying to dwell on the kind of past glories of heritage. We are very much looking forward with what we're trying to do here, but it's brilliant to be doing it from such a base that carries that weight of history, that story of enterprise and development and initiative. Come and get involved. There are lots of opportunities here to actually try your hand at things, understand more about, looking at things, learning about things, and getting involved with things. And then we can start to signpost people if that stimulates them to think, okay, maybe I'd like to do an evening class, or maybe I'd like to consider this as a career option. What are the routes? We can help with some of the signposting in that. And we're working with partners in the city, obviously the university, and the development of their programs and the offer for people, for undergraduates and graduates. We're working with schools across the board, trying to reintroduce ceramics back into the classroom. That's so important, that getting that early opportunity to engage with the material, particularly in Stoke, which is, because the clay is so much about the history and identity and the DNA of the place. So we're working with those partners, but we're also working with other cultural organisations and community-based organisations across the city, providing that opportunity for people to not only just have a go, but actually to get involved in a more long-term basis and developing their own creativity, developing skills and competencies around working with clay.